Hello and welcome to Faith is Hope. I'm Dave. The birth of forgiveness and salvation. I've been listening to people talk about how Christmas is a white holiday, a celebration of religious oppression, that Santa, Saint Nick, isn't real. He was just something, I don't even know what. It's just about the money, commercialism. Man, talk about your grinches. Does anyone really think that the birth of Jesus Christ is about the color of someone's skin or about some toy that a child wants? Oh, it is about oppression, but it's the oppression of sin, and we're all oppressed by that. So let's set the record straight. Yes, Virginia, there is a Santa Claus. Well, there was. And his real name was St. Nicholas. He was an early Christian bishop of Greek descent. His reputation evolved from his habit of secret gift giving, which gave rise to the traditional model of Santa Claus. So, Nicholas, who gave to people he may or may not have known, secretly without expectation of reward or recognition, who only wanted to share the gift of love, God's love. People, Christmas is about a gift. One gift. God the Father gave to the whole world that night. The birth of his only begotten Son, Jesus Christ. Christmas isn't about laptops, smartphones, tablets, or anything else that can be bought or sold. It's about the birth of forgiveness and salvation for the world, for each of us. We can either accept God's gift or refuse it. It's up to us. Christ's entire life was about giving, and in the end, he gave his life, that those who will believe in him will not die, but have life everlasting. Jesus said, I did not come to be served, but to serve. So, are we expecting others to serve us, or are we serving others? Not just our family and friends, but everyone. Are we giving compassion, mercy, hope, friendship, love, and caring to those who are in need of it? God gave a part of himself, his Son, rather than something. Jesus gave a part of himself, his life, rather than something. So, are you giving a part of yourself or something? Think about that for a minute. If it says made in China or batteries not included, then it's probably not you. You know, I think the saddest part of this, of what these people are feeling, is that these people are starving. They don't even know it. They have this empty hole deep down inside them. They don't understand it, so they try to fill it with things and stuff. But God's love, his mercy and grace can't be replaced with things and stuff. See, Jesus is sort of like God's spoon. God is love, and his love is the food our souls hunger and thirst for. But without Jesus, the spoon, none of us can sit down at the table, take part in the meal. I'm going to share a story with you. It's called The Christmas Guest, and it was written by Grandpa Jones. Yes, Virginia, there was also a Grandpa Jones. It happened one day near December's end. Two neighbors called on an old-time friend, and they found his shop so meager and mean, made gay with 1,000 bows of green. And Conrad was sitting with face ashine when he suddenly stopped as he stitched the twine. And he said, "Oh, friends, at dawn today, when the cock was crowing the night away, the Lord appeared in a dream to me and said, I'm coming your guest to be. So I've been busy with feet astir and strewing my shop with branches of fir. The table is spread and the kettle is shined, and over the rafters the holly is twined. And now I'll wait for my Lord to appear and listen closely so I will hear his step as he nears my humble place, and I will open the door and look on his face." So his friends went home, then left Conrad alone, for this was the happiest day he'd known. For long since his family had passed away, and Conrad had spent many a sad Christmas day. But he knew with the Lord as his Christmas guest, this Christmas would be the dearest and best. So he listened with only joy in his heart, and with every sound he would rise with a start, and looked for the Lord to be at his door, like a vision he'd had a few hours before. So he ran to the window after hearing a sound, but all he could see was the snow-covered ground, was a shabby beggar whose shoes were torn, and all of his clothes were ragged and worn. But Conrad was touched, and he went to the door and said, "Your feet must be frozen and sore. I have some shoes in my shop for you, and a coat that'll keep you warmer too." So with grateful heart the man went away, but Conrad noticed the time of day, and he wondered what made the Lord so late, and how much longer he'd have to wait. When he heard a knock he ran to the door, but it was only a stranger once more. A bent old lady with a shawl of black, with a bundle of kindling piled on her back. She asked for only a place to rest, but that was reserved for Conrad's great guest. But her voice seemed to plead, "Don't send me away, let me rest for a while on Christmas Day." So Conrad brewed her a steaming cup and told her to sit at the table and sup. But after she left, he was filled with dismay, for he saw that the hours were slipping away, and the Lord hadn't come as he said he would, and Conrad felt sure he'd misunderstood. When out of the stillness he heard a cry, "Please help me and tell me where am I?" So again he opened his friendly door and stood disappointed as twice before. It was only a child who'd wandered away and was lost from her family on Christmas Day. Again Conrad's heart was heavy and sad, but he knew he should make this little girl glad. So he called her in and he wiped her tears and quieted all her childish fears. Then he led her back to her home once more. But as he entered his own darkened door, he knew that the Lord was not coming today, for the hours of Christmas had passed away. So he went to his room and he knelt down to pray and said, "Dear Lord, why did you delay? What kept you from coming to call on me? For I wanted so much your face to see." When soft in the silence a voice he heard, "Lift up your head, for I kept my word. 3 times my shadow crossed your floor, 3 times I came to your lonely door. For I was the beggar with bruised cold feet, and I was the woman you gave something to eat. I was the child on the homeless street. 3 times I knocked, 3 times I came in, and each time I found the warmth of a friend. Of all the gifts, love is the best, and I was honored to be your Christmas guest." So what's the moral of the story? If you ask God into your life, if you invite God into your home, you'll be amazed at how often he knocks on your door. So with that, I'll say, God bless us every one, and Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night. I'm Dave. Join me next time when I talk about slavery. You won't want to miss that one. Until then, I'll see you at the rest area.